This is CHSTV News.
Good morning, Cathedral. I'm Vanessa with your morning announcements for Tuesday, March 30th. Now I'm going to pass it off to Mr. Daly.
Good Tuesday morning, Cathedral, and it's great to be back on the morning announcements. I got 3 announcements, and they're all sort of human stories today. So one I mentioned during the prayer. Today is actually the 20th anniversary of a very sad occasion where a beloved music teacher at Cathedral named Linda Gatto passed away way too soon. She was very young and was the active music teacher here at school. And her daughter, whose first name is Severina, had planned to come to Cathedral today to do a little bit of a talk about her mom, but unfortunately with COVID and the restrictions, we weren't able to work it out. But I did say that on her behalf, I would mention just in memorial of Miss Linda Gatto. She was, as Mr. Walker says, a beautiful person both inside and out. I had just come to Cathedral. I didn't know Miss Gatto personally myself. I may have met her on occasion. But when I came to Cathedral, she had passed away way too young. That's her with the trumpet in her hands at a football game at Iverwin. And I was present at the funeral, and I was so touched by 2 things I remember very clearly about that time. It was 2001. I remember the great sorrow and sadness amongst the staff at Cathedral, and although I didn't know her and the students, I thought to myself, this was a beloved teacher at Cathedral, and I was also touched greatly by the family atmosphere amongst the staff at Cathedral. I never forget how the staff was supporting each other during that real difficult time. So just in a special way today, we've got some pictures being shown in the announcements. We just want to thank God for the life of Miss Linda Gatto and just remember her on the 20th anniversary of her passing on March 30th of 2001. And she's had a great influence on our staff and students here at Cathedral that continues to this day. And she's just a great person. So thank you, God, for Miss Gatto. And I had just a little picture of the 2001 yearbook. There was a 2-page memorial to her. So we want to recognize her on this day. And I know there's some long-serving staff members at Cathedral who were close to Miss Gatto, including Mr. Walker and many others. And we wanted to recognize her on this day during Holy Week. I also want to thank in a brief way today Ms. Stefanianico, who is wrapping up her career in Catholic education as of tomorrow. It's advantageous to retire at the end of a month, so March 31st will be her last day. If you have a chance to walk by the office and wish her congratulate her on her retirement and thank her for the work she's done. I won't go on and on today, even though I want to, but I have worked with her for 4 years at St. Jean de Brebeuf and for 6 years here at Cathedral, and she's had a great impact on my life, but she's had a great impact on the schools that she works in, and unlike myself, she does a lot of things in a very quiet, humble way, behind the scenes, not looking for recognition. She wouldn't even come down here today to be on the announcements, but she's a very, very good person who has done on countless things. And I love her style because she loves the students and she shows them compassion, but yet she has a high standard for their behavior. And she knows when consequences are necessary, but always done in a loving way and an understanding way. So I thank God for the gift of Ms. Stefanianico in my life for sure. I thank God on behalf of the last 10 years of her career. She also served at Bishop Tonus, and she originally taught co-op education at Cardinal Newman. So she's had an influence on at least 4 Catholic schools here in Hamilton, and it's been profound. So if you have a chance to congratulate Ms. Stefanianico, if you're one of today's cohorts, and then we're going to do a little bit more about her, and I'm going to force her onto the PA tomorrow. And then lastly, because Ms. Stefanianico is leaving, we need a vice principal replacement. So I don't know why the school board thinks they can trust the school to just me, Mr. John, and Mr. Juba, but apparently they're going to. So we have a 3rd VP who's come in from April to June, and his name is Mr. Emilio Piccioni, and this might be news to some staff. Mr. Piccioni is a graduate of Bishop Bryan. He was the principal of St. Mary Catholic Secondary School for many years, as well as the principal of Bishop Bryan Catholic Secondary School, that school of 2,000 students. So he's a very, very experienced principal, and he's willing to come and serve us here at Cathedral for April, May, and June. And I'm thrilled that he volunteered to do so. He's a great person, and I'm really looking forward to learning from him during his time here. So you will see him today, perhaps walking around. I'll be walking him around next week. And he'll be filling in for Miss DeFeneanico, and I'm sure we will see Miss DeFeneanico sometime in the future. She'll be back in some capacity, I'm sure, whether it's as a volunteer or in some other manner. So thank you to Miss DeFeneanico, and welcome Mr. Piccioni. And with that, I will turn it back over to our anchor, Vanessa.
Teachers are reminded of Black History Month / Women History Month Assembly taking place today at 12:20 here on CHSTV. An email with the live stream link will be sent to all teachers so that they can share the assembly with cohorts A and C online. Students involved in the assembly are asked to be in room 103 at 12 p.m. sharp, no later. And those are all of your announcements for today, Cathedral. Have a great day, Gales, and thanks for watching.